So welcome. This is a short video explaining a little bit about the Wild One weekend. I wanted to do this video just so not only that you can connect with me as a fabulous being and a wonderful being, but also to connect with me as your guide through the weekend and through this process. So to start with, this particular weekend was something that I felt was really needed. Not just as me as the guide, but as a collective and as individuals. I've noticed throughout my work, certainly through the Silent Moon time where I've been working, and as a yoga teacher, working with people with addiction, working with people with mental health issues, that no matter how big the spectrum is and where you are on that spectrum, there is a sense of wanting to know and connect with the deeper part of you. And my true being, the one that I choose to be in, the one that has many layers and is constantly shedding those layers, that part of me wants to share that with you. And there are very many different aspects to all of us, but this particular weekend focuses on the truth of who we really are. And it works with the shadow aspect, which is what a lot of what Silent Moon is about and why it was created. And we're often told in life that we have to be happy and jolly and vibrant, and we have to be this way. People don't want to know miserable people. People don't want to know unhappy people, and people don't want to know about people's stuff. Well, that may be the case, but we all have stuff, and we all have stuff that we carry. And we all have feelings that we carry, whether they're jealousies, angers, resentments, whatever they are inside. Show me a person that doesn't have those. And if they come along, they're probably deep down within them and they've never touched them. So this weekend is not about necessarily bringing those feelings out, but allowing you to connect with them so that you can bring them into balance and harmony, and so that you can face the shadow truth of who you really are. This is a positive thing, and connect with that so it comes to the light, so you can see it, work with it, and bring it into balance with the light. And the whole point of the weekend is to give you tools to be able to do that, because without those tools, we send ourselves into a whirligig of crazy, wonderful messes that can often be quite destructive to us as beings. And we are physical, emotional, earth beings, and we do have to live on this planet, and we do have to experience what goes on this planet. No matter how connected to source we are part of this planet, and we need to be in our strength, in balance and in harmony. And that's what this weekend will actually bring, or at least it will give you the tools to be able to go home. It's a very personal journey to me. Everything that I'm going to share with you is very personal, and if you connect with me, then I have no doubt that you'll connect with the practices that I'm going to share with you, from what made me tick throughout my 45 years and how I have worked to get to the point where I am right now. I do want to say that every single part of this weekend is also up to you, whether you want to join in with it, whether you want to connect with it and be part of that particular process that we're doing at that time. This is a self-responsibility workshop. You take self-responsibility, you take responsibility for who you are, and although there will be a space that you will be held in, and we will all hold each other's space, because that's part of being a collective, and it's also part of being the single person, the warrior, the one that is there sharing, that if you choose not to be part of the group for any particular reason, I do believe that is fine too, as long as that's expressed to me or the group, and why that would be the case. So this weekend is called the Wild One Weekend, and there's a reason for that. This was like a download to me about really a personal thing, the Wild One. And throughout my experience of working with the different aspects of the woman, that also remember the bottles that I have of the elixirs that can also be worked with by men. These different aspects of the woman herself, the maiden mother crone, they are all different parts within us. The nurturer, the wise one, the maiden. But within that there is the wild one, the free one, the one that needs to express herself freely as a being. And I put the wild one in that sort of archetypal setup. I put that the wild one sort of between the mother and the crone. Although she can appear, or he can appear, any point in time within us. These aspects happen within our lives all the time. You don't have to be a certain age, they're just there within us as beings. And when we connect with those, then we really do start to work at getting to know ourselves just a bit more. So the wild one is not about being blue-haired and tattooed. It's not about roaring and screaming in the woods unless you really want to. You might just be somebody who, dare I say it, wears beige clothes, likes to wear just black or whatever, and not step into a coloured space, but you have this wildness within you. So this is really open for anybody, male, female, who feels the wildness within them and wants to express it a bit more. So that is, to me, the connection with the wild one is connecting with the true nature. So finding your own expression, whether that be through writing, whether that be through meditation, whether that be through dance. It's also being able to express yourself in a loving way to others that are on the same wavelength as you. And doing this work, you will find that as you step further into this wild process of who you really are, you will start to attract people who are the same as you, similar to you. And I know a lot of my clients say that to me, you know, I am this person who feels very different and I'm not attracting the people in my life that I want in my life, that I want to connect with, that I want to trust, that I want to be able to speak to. We will do work on that as well, of understanding, because a lot of people within this space do kind of feel alone, and I've experienced that because I've also experienced feeling alone too. And it's also, which is what I love about this, is being happy to be on your own, being happy to be in your wildness without having to be with other people, without having to even be part of a community, just knowing that being on your own is a wonderful thing, and the wild one is part of that. I also want to talk about the setup and where it is, because it's in my home from home in the Lake District in the UK, and I came across this wonderful, wonderful National Trust building, which is close to Windermere, but just slightly out, very close to bed and breakfasts, and a lovely, wonderful, organic building, which is right in the middle of the woodland. And I can't tell you how amazing this place is. And the building where we will be doing the retreat, which is all beautifully wooded and beamed inside, with a lovely fire. If it's not too hot, we'll hopefully have that running. It's at the bottom of a gorgeous waterfall, so if you feel the need to even go into the toilet, you will pass the waterfall. So it's just a gorgeous place. If you feel the need to stop, say something, talk to the water, talk to the water divas and the fairies, and just take that time for yourself. The freedom is there to be able to walk outside and just be present with nature in all its aspects, which was my dream of this venue and this space. I just want to live there, and you'll see that and you'll understand it, because as you drive up the path, you will just take a deep breath and go, wow, this is stunning. So there's been a lot of interest. So if this weekend resonates with you, then please sign up, and I will be sending out consultation forms for people to fill in with their truth, so that they can confidentially give those to me, and so I can read a little bit more about what you want from the weekend, and how you want to, where you want to go, where you want to step into from that space, from where you are to where you expect yourself to be. With no high expectations, just keeping it really, really general and really, really open. So this is going to be a small select group of people. So if you resonate with this weekend, there's been a lot of interest, so there will be a select group. So please sign up as soon as possible. So it's been really great to express this vision with you, and I hope to see you there.